Ever wondered about the history of the United States and its most visited estate? Well, our journey begins in 1776. As the dust of revolution began to settle, in the summer of 1776, a group of determined men gathered in Philadelphia. This courageous assembly, known as the Continental Congress, drafted a document that would forever change the course of history, the Declaration of Independence. This daring proclamation severed the political bonds with the British Crown and kindled the flame of a new nation, the United States of America. Yet, the birth of the nation was far from painless. The Revolutionary War, a brutal struggle for independence, stretched on for 8 long years. It was a time of great sacrifice, with patriots fighting against the formidable British forces spurred on by the dream of freedom and self-governance. As the war drums quieted and the smoke of the last battle cleared, the United States emerged victorious. However, a new challenge loomed on the horizon. The young nation needed a sturdy framework to guide its path forward, a system of governance that would ensure the liberty of its citizens and the prosperity of the nation. Enter the United States Constitution, the ingenious blueprint that would shape the government of the new republic. Drafted in 1787, it established a system of checks and balances, dividing power between 3 branches: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. It was a model of governance that was revolutionary in its own right, safeguarding the rights of the citizens and ensuring the nation's stability. The Constitution, along with the Bill of Rights, formed the bedrock of American democracy, a testament to the vision of the nation's founding fathers. Their foresight and wisdom set the course for a nation that would go on to become a beacon of freedom and opportunity, influencing the course of world history. And thus, from the ashes of revolution, a new nation was born. This nation, born out of a desire for liberty and self-determination, would continue to evolve, facing trials and tribulations, yet always striving towards a more perfect union. And that, dear listeners, is the story of the birth of the United States of America. As the fledgling nation took flight, it was not without its turbulence. The United States, in its infancy, was a land rife with opportunity and conflict. The promise of uncharted territories to the west beckoned pioneers and dreamers, setting the stage for a period of rapid expansion. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 doubled the size of the nation, adding vast tracts of fertile land and opening the gates to the west. Yet, this expansion was not without its complications. The burgeoning question of slavery, a contentious subject from the nation's inception, became more polarizing as new territories meant new states, and with them, a potential shift in the delicate balance of power. This issue would prove to be a thorn in the side of the young nation, a problem that no amount of political maneuvering could solve. The mid-19th century brought forth figures who would leave an indelible mark on the annals of history. Abraham Lincoln, a man of humble beginnings, rose to the highest office in the land, bearing the weight of a nation on the brink of self-destruction. His conviction that a house divided against itself cannot stand would be tested as the nation plunged into the Civil War. The Civil War was a crucible, a brutal and bloody conflict that pitted brother against brother, North against South. It was a war fought over the soul of the nation, a battle to determine the true meaning of the words, "All men are created equal." When the smoke cleared and the dust settled, the United States emerged from the crucible forever changed. The abolition of slavery marked a significant step forward, but the deep wounds of the war would take time to heal. A house divided against itself cannot stand, and so the nation was tested in the crucible of civil war. This period of expansion and conflict shaped the United States, forging it into the nation we recognize today. It serves as a stark reminder of the trials endured and the progress made, a testament to the resilience and determination of a nation. From the ashes of war, the United States emerged transformed. The period following the Civil War, known as the Reconstruction era, was a time of immense change and growth. The nation was healing from the wounds of a brutal civil war, and the South was being reintegrated into the Union. This was a time of political and social reform, as the country grappled with the realities of a post-slavery society. The Reconstruction era was marked by the passage of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the Constitution, which abolished slavery granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States and protected every citizen's rights to vote, respectively. While the nation was rebuilding politically and socially, it was also undergoing a significant transformation economically. This was the dawn of the Industrial Revolution in America. Factories sprouted up across the landscape and cities swelled with people seeking employment. The United States was shifting from an agrarian society to an industrial one, with the manufacturing sector becoming the backbone of the economy. The impact of this rapid industrialization was profound. On one hand, it brought about economic prosperity and technological advancements. Railroads crisscrossed the country, connecting distant cities and towns, and making travel and trade faster and more efficient. On the other hand, it also brought about economic disparity and social challenges. While some amassed great fortunes, many workers toiled in harsh conditions for meager wages. The rise of labor unions during this period was a response to these issues. They fought for better working conditions, fair wages, and the right to collective bargaining. These struggles and victories laid the groundwork for the labor rights we enjoy today. Meanwhile, the influx of immigrants from Europe and Asia added to the cultural diversity of the nation, shaping its social fabric in significant ways. They brought with them new ideas, traditions, and cuisines, enriching the American cultural mosaic. As the wheels of industry turned, the United States became a global powerhouse. The Reconstruction and Industrialization era was a pivotal time in American history. It set the stage for the country's emergence as a leading economic and political force in the world. But the 20th century was to prove a challenging time for the United States. As we step into the 20th century, the United States found itself embroiled in the turmoil of World War I. It was an era of profound change where the nation stepped onto the world stage, not just as a participant, but as a leader. The war brought about significant changes in the social, political, and economic fabric of the nation. It was during this time that figures like President Woodrow Wilson came to prominence, advocating for democracy and world peace, leading to the formation of the League of Nations. However, the end of the war did not bring about the anticipated peace. Instead, the nation was plunged into an economic abyss known as the Great Depression. It was the worst economic downturn in the history of the industrialized world, and its effects were felt deeply and widely. The stock market crashed, businesses failed, and millions of Americans were left unemployed and impoverished. Amidst this bleak landscape emerged figures like President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose New Deal policies aimed to bring relief, recovery, and reform to the nation. Just as the United States was beginning to recover from the Great Depression, it was thrust into another global conflict, World War II. This war was a test of the nation's mettle, and it responded with remarkable resilience and fortitude. It was during this time that we saw the emergence of influential figures like General Dwight D. Eisenhower, who would later become the 34th President of the United States. World War II also marked a significant turning point for the United States. It emerged from the war as one of the world's superpowers, wielding significant influence in global affairs. The war had transformed the nation, shaping it into the America we recognize today. Through hardship and war, the United States emerged as a global superpower. The trials of the 20th century, though fraught with challenges, played an instrumental role in shaping the United States and its position on the world stage. The resilience and determination of the nation during these trying times are a testament to the indomitable American spirit. As we move into the latter half of the 20th century, we see the United States as we know it today. This era was marked by a multitude of transformations, a time of growth, change, and introspection. The Cold War, a period of intense rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, dominated much of the latter half of the 20th century. It was a chess game of political and military maneuvers, a silent battle that never erupted into full-scale war, but kept the world on the edge of its seat. In tandem with these international tensions, a profound internal struggle was taking place. The Civil Rights Movement, a powerful wave of advocacy and action, sought to dismantle systemic racial segregation and discrimination. Figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks became the face of this movement, their courage and determination inspiring millions. Yet, it wasn't just politics and social issues defining this era. The United States was also experiencing a surge in technological innovations. The space race, another facet of the Cold War, led to the historic Apollo 11 mission in 1969. when Neil Armstrong became the first human to step foot on the moon. The rise of the digital age further propelled America into a new era. The advent of the internet, personal computers, and smartphones revolutionized communication, commerce, and entertainment. Innovators like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates became household names, their creations shaping the fabric of everyday life. These pivotal moments and individuals have left indelible marks on the American landscape, influencing the direction of the nation and shaping its identity. From the tension-laden years of the Cold War, through the transformative civil rights movement, to the dawn of the digital age, the United States has continually evolved and adapted, reflecting the resilience and tenacity of its people. And so we arrive at the United States of the 21st century, a nation shaped by its past, yet always looking forward, eager to embrace the possibilities of the future. Now let's take a detour from our historical journey to visit the most visited estate in the United States, the Biltmore Estate. Nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Asheville, North Carolina, this sprawling estate is a beacon of American Gilded Age opulence. The Biltmore Estate was the brainchild of George Washington Vanderbilt II, a member of one of the wealthiest families in America during the late 19th century. Construction began in the year 1889, and it took 6 years to complete this remarkable feat of architecture. The result was a French Renaissance chateau-inspired mansion with 250 rooms, making it the largest privately owned house in the United States. The mansion is a marvel, encompassing 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces. But the magnificence doesn't stop at the mansion's doors. The estate spans across 8,000 acres, featuring a winery, lush gardens designed by renowned landscape architect Frederick Law Olmsted, and even a village. But why is it so popular? The answer lies not just in its grandeur, but also in the stories it tells. The Biltmore Estate encapsulates a particular moment in American history, a time of great wealth and extravagance, but also a time of change and progress. It offers a glimpse into the lives of the Vanderbilts, their wealth, and their tastes, as well as the lives of the people who worked on the estate, providing a multifaceted view of the past. And then there's the beauty. The estate is a visual feast, from the intricate details of the mansion's interiors to the stunning vistas of the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's a place that invites exploration and appreciation, a place where history and beauty intertwine seamlessly. The Biltmore Estate has stood the test of time, remaining as captivating today as it was over a century ago. It's a testament to the vision of its creators, the skill of its builders, and the enduring allure of its story. It's a place that encapsulates a piece of America's past, while also offering a timeless experience for visitors. The Biltmore Estate, a testament to the grandeur of a bygone era. Thinking of visiting the Biltmore Estate? Here's what you need to know. The Biltmore Estate is a year-round destination, but each season offers a unique experience. The spring season, from March to May, brings out the estate's vibrant colors with blossoming flowers and lush greenery. The summer months, from June to August, are perfect for outdoor activities like hiking, horseback riding, and exploring the estate's expansive grounds. Fall, from September to November, offers a spectacular display of autumn foliage that is a sight to behold. And if you're a fan of the holiday season, winter at the Biltmore is nothing short of magical, with the estate decked out in festive decor. However, the best times to visit the Biltmore Estate are during the weekdays, particularly in the spring and fall seasons. These periods tend to be less crowded, allowing you to enjoy the estate at a leisurely pace. Plus, you'll have a better chance of scoring discounted tickets or special offers. Now let's talk about security. The Biltmore Estate takes the safety and security of its visitors very seriously. The estate has a robust security system in place, with security personnel stationed throughout the property. They also have CCTV cameras installed in key areas to monitor the estate around the clock. For emergencies, there are well-marked emergency exits and first aid facilities available on site. In addition, the Biltmore Estate implements a strict no-weapons policy. All bags are subject to inspection upon entry, so it's best to pack light and leave unnecessary items at home. And remember, the Biltmore Estate is a smoke-free environment, so smoking is not allowed anywhere on the property. While at the Biltmore, it's important to respect the estate's rules and regulations. These are in place to ensure the safety and enjoyment of all visitors, as well as to preserve the estate's historical and cultural significance. With careful planning, your visit to the Biltmore Estate can be a memorable experience. That concludes our journey through the history of the United States and its most visited estate. From the birth of a nation to its present day, we've traveled through time, witnessing the country's evolution, its trials and triumphs. We've strolled through the grand halls of the Biltmore State, marveled at its architectural brilliance, and explored the best times to visit this architectural gem. But remember, history is a vast and complex tapestry, woven with countless threads. Our journey today has only been a glimpse. There's so much more to discover, more stories to uncover, and more adventures to embark on. So let your curiosity be your guide. Delve deeper, learn more about the rich history of the United States and the Biltmore Estate. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the link in the description to get more tips on your next trip. Until next time, happy travels.